So a few days later, I get an opportunity to install that sink. Just been kind of busy at work and just life in general, so really haven't had a chance to do anything with the sink I just picked up. And as you can tell, a real mess on my hands. So I need to organize, I need to clean, I need to do that first before I install the sink, and hopefully maybe today, but I'll probably keep it separate. I need to install the Series 2 headlamps to make this car period and year and model correct, because this is a Euroglass, and I want to put the Series 2 headlamps on here, and eventually I do have it on order, and it was hard to find, but I finally got a hold of the 15-year anniversary limited edition decals that normally goes on the fender here. Get that done, although I think I'm going to keep the rear badgeless and I did the rear wipe delete, so I'm going to keep that also. But anyway, okay, so let's do some cleaning, and hopefully we can install this right after. I doubt I'm going to get this done today because it's a huge mess, and I may have to go back and forth to the hardware store because I know that hard PVC piping isn't going to fit at the back of the existing cabinet I just picked up, so I may need to get some flex hose or something just to be able to run it properly. And the reason why I'm swapping this is because it's really old. It's just a regular plastic tub, and as you can tell from years of use that it retains, or I should say it gets stained. I don't run any brake fluid, coolant, or oil through the drainage system. Not supposed to. It's not a good idea, so I don't do it here, but that's just really just filth. So the stainless steel should be able to help me out clean things better, and it'll also provide me with a cabinet underneath that I could store some items. I was able to grab that from funding. Well, I was able to, I should say, I was able to fund this cabinet because I got rid of the tool chest that was in this corner. I don't know if you guys can see, maybe it's just too dark, but anyway, so I had a tool chest on here and it wasn't giving me enough clearance to be able to operate the lift. So let's get this thing started. It got long. I think I don't know, I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to get this done today. With the amount of other things I gotta do, which is some landscaping and some stuff on the backyard. This is going to be a piecemeal effort, but of course with the magic of video, after this shot, you should see this area cleaned, and then I could start the install on the utility cabinet or utility sink. So fast forward several days later, maybe even more, I've been able to piecemeal the work. It was a lot of cleanup effort, more than I thought it was going to be. So, like I said earlier, or several days ago, just life just gets in the way, you know what I mean? So this is less priority for me. I was able to move some of the knickknacks, things that I don't readily need, into bins that will eventually go inside the cabinet underneath the utility sink. Took out some of the stuff that I don't really need to be here, like the trophies and some of the things that I've acquired throughout the years. I am leaving some die-cast stuff up down here, just to make it a little less of a garage, but more of a man cave. But anyway, if I do get a point where I have some places to store it without it getting too dusty or breaking, because I've broken this piece right here. Let me just put that before that thing falls up. I wanted to clear this area because I needed a place to actually do some work. I've been kind of doing most of my work on the kitchen island, which probably shouldn't be a good idea. Yeah, so I've been able to organize the drawers, put them in places where I would know where they're at without having to go hunting. But that's just a sample of what I've done so far. Surprisingly enough, I still have room left over for some tools, which is great excuse. So anyway, so the next filming that I'm going to be doing, hopefully in the next day or two, is me installing this new utility sink to replace that hunk of junk, and be able to create additional room to put those bins in. And I've also thought about grabbing an overhead cabinet on top of this tool chest, just to get a little bit more room for things like oil and maybe some bigger items that I can't fit underneath, because these are already somewhat packed. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and continue consolidating, organizing, cleaning up the area so that I can go ahead and clean this stuff. And then maybe hopefully next will be, if I have enough coin, if I get enough expendable cash, maybe do the floors. But I may do it in piecemeals. Maybe get it. Maybe just do one bay at a time, just simply because it's just way too expensive. Anyway, okay, so this should be a good segue for the next film that I'll be doing, which is, again, like I said, installing the cabinet. So it's the following day. It's evening time. Kind of glad to see that there's still some daylight. Means that the days are getting longer. Summer's coming. So tonight the kids are fed, dinner is made. So I have an opportunity to finish this garage. So tonight we are going to tackle the utility sink. So let's get to it. I'll not waste any time and add more time to this video than we should. Okay, so she's not completely 100% done. I did clean up a little bit after putting her together. She does look a lot better than the plastic tub. Yeah, I kind of ended up using it as a dumpster. That's probably why it's not really looking minty fresh. Neither is this trunk. I've kind of just been doing the same thing, but it's just temporary until I get the overhead cabinet, which is going to be next. Hoping to be able to coin that soon. But anyway, so it's right now it's a little set forward because of what I said earlier. What I need to do is, since the valves are pretty much on the baseboard, I need to kind of, I know I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to cut a section off of here so I can set it back and still be able to access the valves, get the trap that I need, and get a flex hose to be able to connect the drain. So once I get that done, I should be able to push her back and, you know, take away this gap right here, and then eventually start being able to use the inside this cabinet to store some of those bins. And maybe, actually, I may just use it for oil and anything that's in jugs or canisters. But anyway, so she's looking good. I like the way she turned out. I do have the ability now to, I mean, the basin is really deep. I get to kind of spray wash some items that, of course, I'm not going to be running anything here that's a detriment to the environment. This is just basically just going to be water, nothing, no oil, no coolant, like I said earlier. Got to be responsible. So, but anyway, like I said, hopefully the next mod, and I kind of just wanted to go over this, and I'm going to cut it short real soon. Don't want to bore you guys to death, and I don't want to go through the whole process of me getting that set back. I'm not going to bore you to death. You guys know what the deal is. In my next video, when I work on one of the cars, I'll do a little snippet on the completion of this utility sink. But anyway, like I said, hoping to be able to coin the overhead storage cabinet, and then eventually the floors, of course. And the bigger job is to be able to open up this this ceiling, because all it is really is just a storage area, and want to be able to open it up so that I can have a little bit more room. So if I'm maybe wanting to work on a bigger car, not so low, I'll have the room for it. And I always wanted to have a skylight up above, so maybe that's one of the things I will do. But I'm assuming that's going to be pretty pricey, and that's probably going to be way down the road when the kids are done with college and maybe perhaps getting closer to retirement. But I would like to see that happen if I'm still here. But anyway, so I don't know, what do you guys think? Hopefully you guys like the new garage mod. Figured I'd, you know, since it is car related, I figured I'd include this in my channel. Synonymous to, I guess, you know, just man cave. But anyway, so what do you guys think? Should I paint this black or gray just to kind of match the whole scheme of this garage, or just leave it white? So comment down below, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'll see you in the next video. Again, be kind, and if you get an opportunity, please subscribe and hit the like. Thanks. See you next time. So guys, I lied. A few days later, I decided to go ahead and just document it. You guys can fast forward anyway. So I went ahead and attached the flex hose. Picked it up from the hardware store. Let's go ahead and start the cutting. I put the cabinet out back because I didn't want any sawdust hanging around here. I have my windows open, and if I open up the garage and forget to clean it, it's just going to blow around in here. It's already dusty enough as it is. But anyway, get safety glasses, grab the saw, and let's get cutting. And the cutting, by the way, is what we're going to need to be able to set the sink back, if I haven't already mentioned it, much closer to the wall. I mean, if you notice, it's all the way at the baseboard, so it didn't really make any sense. I had no room to be able to set the utility sink back. It was actually sitting about 5 inches out from the wall, so didn't like that too much. But all right, so let's get cutting. Okay, so it exposes a lot less than what it did before. So I know it's crude, but it does its job. It gives me enough room to be able to turn the valve when I need to. And she's pretty stable. Throw on a screw there because the pedestal was kind of loose at that point. But other than that, all I gotta do is put on the sink, attach the hot and cold water lines, and the flex hose and the trap, so it should be good to go after that. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this video short. I think I've bored you guys enough. This is not a plumbing channel, but anyway, figured I'd just show you what I've done. I got the cold line installed. I got the trap and the flexible hose for the drain done. So I need, this won't reach, so basically I need to grab a coupler of some sort. I can't just get a new line because this extends to inside of that faucet, and don't want to have to dismantle that. I would rather just go ahead and just get a coupler, or maybe an extension of some sort. But anyway, just time to just go clean my tools that I've used. Go to the hardware store and get that coupler. That should be done. And maybe, like I said before, the next thing is maybe just go ahead and paint it. But I kind of don't mind it being white. Okay, so I guess next time, hopefully you guys found this interesting. Garage mod for something different, and figured something to note, since it is car related. So yeah, looks good. I think at this point we'll call it a day, and hope you guys, again, like I said, like this video, like the content. As they would say, smash that like button, and comment down below. Let me know what else I need to do with this garage. But okay, guys, have a good day, and as always, be kind.